Hey guys, how's it going? So good to see you. I'm here in Atlanta. It's a Saturday mid-afternoon. I have been craving Philly cheesesteak, one of my top favorite foods. Such a satisfying sandwich to eat with all the cheese and the steak and the hoagie roll. Really, today happens to be the day that kind of all panned out perfectly to go get one. There's a space that I specifically have been eyeing. I used to see it whenever I would come visit Atlanta. It was just never really the right time. It's almost like a ritual for me. I like to have it at the right time in the right place. I'm walking along the Beltline, headed to Krog Street Market. Krog Street Market is a food hall, and it's got this wide array of different restaurants, merchants, and provisions. It's a really cool spot, gets super packed on the weekends. We're definitely going to be doing a lot more Krog Street on this channel. So this isn't just any Philly cheesesteak spot. This place has actually been recognized by Bib Gourmand as one of the 10 restaurants, only 10 restaurants in Atlanta to get this recognition. It's part of the Michelin food guide. For a place that's a food stall serving sandwiches, like, I just can't wait any longer. I have to get my hands on one of these sandwiches. Let's get inside. All right, so we just got in. They open at 11:30. It's about noon right now, and there's already a bit of a line. I'm like fifth or sixth person in line, but behind me, people are eating. This place is already popping, and it's only 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Can we do 2 cheesesteaks, please? And that'll be all.
Okay, right. It's gonna be $34.30.
Okay. All right, so they said it would take 15 minutes. It literally took like 2 minutes. Look how beautifully wrapped these sandwiches are. Appreciate some really good wrapping. It's so simple, just that parchment with the Fred's meat and bread label on there. So I got their plain, original, traditional cheesesteak, no fluff. I just want to try it in its purest form. All right, I already smell the American cheese. Oh man, it smells really good. Look at this bread though. This is a hoagie bread, but I love the crust on there. It's got such a nice brown, even color around it, and it's nice and soft. That's a good sign. Look how cheesy this steak sandwich is. Look at that. There is cheese in every single crevice of this chopped ribeye steak, and the onions, it's got nice diced onions all the way throughout, nicely sauteed. You can tell they're soft, but they don't break apart. Let's try this. Oh man, this is amazing. Everything about this sandwich is incredible. The bread, soft and doughy. The steak is perfectly cooked. It's got a nice tenderness to it. And that cheese is just in every single nook and cranny of the meat. And the onions taste a little bit more caramelized. Even though they don't have any color to them, they've been slow cooked really, really well. I think they use like maybe Vidalia or sweet onions for this because they really have a nice natural sweetness to them. And I can't get over how much cheese is in here. Look at the inside of the sandwich. Wow. Look at that. Nice browning on the meat. Chopped up, so you really don't have to fight with the beef to eat it. It's all fitting into one bite with the onions and the cheese. They use white American for this. Wow. And the thickness of the bread is just perfect. It's enough to hold everything in there. It doesn't get soggy. Well seasoned. It's just salty enough to have that flavor in there and to complement everything. The only thing I would add in here is probably some fresh cracked black pepper, but that's my personal preference. A little bit of crunch on that bread, just enough. Almost like it was steam baked to get a nice crust, but not too thick. The purity of that ribeye. You can taste that fresh cut of meat so well. Look at that. I can see how they got that distinction of Bib Gourmand from the Michelin guide. This is definitely something worth coming out to seek yourself. This is so good. How lucky we are that we have this in our neighborhood. Almost dangerous. And I'm still working through this. The cheese is still soft, very melty. Like, I can't get any happier than I am right now. Cheesy steak with onions and soft hoagie roll. Philly cheesesteaks. If I see it on a menu, I'm ordering it. I'm really paying attention to what's in it, how it's made, what kind of cheese they're using. The traditional Philly cheesesteak has the Whit Whiz, and I love the Cheese Whiz. The only other thing that I go with is American cheese. So I was so happy when I saw that their original cheesesteaks come with the American cheese if it's not gonna be Whiz. The steak itself, you don't want like sheets of steak. You want that fine chop of steak where everything just gets mixed in together. The onions, they gotta be chopped up small. You wanna get a little bit of everything in every single bite. This is the best cheesesteak I've ever had. Oh man. This one sandwich was $15.75. For the quality of the ingredients in here and how much steak and cheese and onions they give you in the sandwich, how well baked this bread is, I think it's definitely worth it. It's worth paying for good quality, for fast service, for good ingredients. Oh. It just keeps getting better, guys. This is so good. I'm so glad we got to hang out today. Got some Philly cheesesteak sandwiches here in Atlanta. Don't forget to like, to show your support, subscribe for more food content, and I'll see you all very soon on the next one. Cheers.